abs day. Oh, I meant abs, okay? I hope everyone can hear me. We're gonna get straight into this today. It's going to be a follow along workout. So I hope you guys can join me with this workout. If you just joined this live stream, don't forget to hit that like button and give me that support as we go through this workout. It's gonna be an epic one, and I hope you guys enjoy it and make the most of it. So it's gonna be a follow along one. We've got 5 minutes of abs, and then we might add some push-ups in there as well today. So I want you guys to stay tuned with me, and let's get this pumping. It's actually gonna be pretty fun. If you have any questions as well, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I want to know your thoughts. I want to help you guys as much as possible. So drop them in the comments below if you have any questions, and I'm going to answer them straight away. So I'm setting my timer right now to 5 minutes as well, and I hope you guys can join me and also do it. So if you're in the live stream, please say hi, say hello. If it's your first time on my channel, I hope you subscribe, because there's only going to be content for you guys, and I want to help you guys as much as possible. So, and I hope everyone can hear me all right. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop it below. I'm just going to go through the rules with our abs training today. The most important thing you need to know today is after every single exercise, we are going to be doing some ab crunches. And then it's also going to swap between some ab crunches. So some ab crunches, and we're going to do some reverse crunches as well. We'll point our feet forward, push our knees down, lift our butt off the ground, okay? And these are all going to be very controlled, so we can feel our core. We want to feel that core activate. If you feel your lower back at any point as well, stop, okay? And readjust your form and technique. So I'm gonna get my timer started in the next 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So our first exercise we're gonna do is, and I'm gonna just tilt my camera a little bit so you guys can see me slightly better, because I don't think it's tilted enough to the ground. Our first exercise we're gonna do is a V knee tuck. So bring our knees in, squeeze our core, and out. We've got 10 reps. 1, 2, very controlled. 3, really focus on the core. 4, 5. The focus, one of the biggest things when we do this. 6, 7, really squeeze our core. 8, 9, and breathe. 10, beautiful. Now after that, what we're going to be doing now is some crunches, okay? So we've got 20 crunches in between. So we're gonna bring it up. 1, squeeze our core at the top. 2, feel every single thing work. 3, 4, 5, 6, control your breathing. 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 20 reps of this. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? I'm just thinking about my abs the whole time. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And that's very important. Make sure you can really think about your abs and feel your abs. Next up, we're going to come down over 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze our core for 1, 2, 3. Bring it back up. That's 1. We got 6 reps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze our core. 1, 2, 3. And up. That's 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze our core. 1, 2, 3. And that's 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze our core. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze our core. 1, 2, 3. 5. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze our core. 1, 2, 3. And 6. Okay, we're gonna go back into some crunches. We've got 20 reps of crunches again. Hope you guys join me and do this with me. Feel that core burn. 1, control. 2, breathe. 3, 4, 5, breathe through. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Next up, we're going to really feel our obliques, which is the side part of our abs. So we're going to do some side, all people call Russian twist. So we're going from the side, we're getting a nice twist in. 1, we got 10 each side. 2, getting that twist. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next up, we're going to hold this. And we're going to punch. 1, 2, 1, 2. We got 10 of those. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? Now what we're gonna do is some butterfly sit-ups. So this one, open up our legs, come through. 1, get that nice squeeze, feel that core, keep that tension. 2, get that squeeze in. So it's about really focusing the core. 3, working through. 4, get that control. 5, that's what it's about, getting that squeeze in. 6, 7, make sure you feel that core. 8, nice control. 9, and again, and 10. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'm here to help you. I want to help you guys as much as possible. Back into crunches. And this time we're adding something to the crunches. 2, 3, 4. We've got 25. So we're going to speed up a bit. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Come up. We go 1, 2 again. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, 8, 1, 2, 9, 1, 2, 10. Knee taps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really feel that core. 5, 6. Breathe. 7, 8, 9, 10. Heel touches. So touch our heels. We've got 20 each side. 1, 2. Really squeeze that core. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So 5 minutes of abs is done. That was very quick, guys. That was very, very quick. While we're here, I'm gonna open up for a bit of a Q&A as well too. So if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'm gonna move over here so you guys can see me better. And yeah, this is some Q&A time. I'll talk to you guys. I want to see how everyone's going. I want to help you guys with your training and nutrition. So let me help you. I'm trying to adjust my camera at the moment. Going to ceiling. Let me help you guys as well. Let's drop this to a bit of a Q&A now. What is going on, fams? How's everyone doing today? If you're in the chat, say hi. Greetings from Ghana. What's up? What's up, KB4? How are we? How's everyone doing? How's everyone going? Hope you guys are doing good. Did you say from Ghana? GH? It is warm in here. So in Adelaide, South Australia, it is super warm in here today. Hope everyone's doing good. Can you guys all hear me all right as well? While we're here, we're doing a bit of a check. While we're here, boom, let's talk about growing muscle, okay, and losing body fat, because I know that's a very big topic, okay? So when it comes to getting abs, losing body fat, you guys know, is a big part of getting abs to show, okay? So if we're lean enough, we can actually show the abs that we've got. So I want to help you guys get those abs that you've always wanted, and also lose body fat, but also build some muscle as well too at the same time. So if your goal is muscle building, as well as getting abs, I want to help you guys as much as possible. So let me help you guys. That's what I do. And drop in the comments below so I can help you guys as well too. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. So let me help you as much as possible. So does anyone have any goals? Is there anything that you guys want to ask at this point while I'm on the live stream? Because I want to help you guys as much as possible. Do you have any training questions? Do you have any nutrition questions? But let's talk about how you lose body fat, okay? When it comes to losing body fat, there's a few things involved. Now, I've talked about losing body fat quite a lot on my channel, but today I'm going to break it down for you. It can help you guys better understand that. Okay, and I want you guys to basically interact with me as much as possible. Ask me questions, stop me at any point, okay? If you're getting lost. But I want to dig deep and I want to throw some knowledge down your way and help you guys as much as possible in the simplest way possible, okay? Let's talk about losing body fat, okay? So let's say I'm a 100 kilo bloke and I want to lose body fat and I want to trim about 10 kilos. And I want to get leaner, I want to get six pack, and I want that to show. But also not just losing body fat. How do we lose body fat and keep muscle? Okay. Now the first things when it comes to losing body fat in general is we need a plan. Okay. We need a structure that is basically going to help you keep all that muscle, but also keep on track at the same time. Because the main reason we want to keep muscle, want to check something and come back, of course. The main reason we want to keep that muscle is because it helps speed up our metabolism. Generally, for those that don't know what the metabolism is, it basically helps, it regulates, the burn of fat, burn of like energy in general, okay? So if you want to get leaner, you want to have a faster metabolism, essentially. And building muscle helps with that. So don't always be scared you're going to build muscle, put on so much muscle, because trust me, I've been trying to get so big for the rest of most of my life. And it's very hard to get big and build muscle. Like, you don't think if you touch a dumbbell, you're just going to explode. No, it doesn't work that way. However, everyone always says, oh, I want to build that muscle tone or get tone or beach body physique. That's all muscle you're still building. You're still training just as hard. So, it is hard to put on muscle. But one of the biggest things is always try and keep you as much muscle as possible, because it's going to keep your metabolism high and firing up. So that way you can actually lose and eat more. You can lose lose body fat, but also eat more. Okay, so that's one of the things we want to do. That. How do we do that? How do we have a nice little structured approach so we can lose? The first thing is balance. Okay. Now, if you guys don't know already, I don't know if you guys know how to track your macros, okay? So I'm going to quickly explain what macronutrients are. Macronutrients, we have our protein, our fats, our carbs, okay? Now, protein is, 1 gram of protein is equal to 4 calories, okay? Kilocalories, as most of you call it. 1 gram of fat is equal to 9, and 1 gram of carbohydrates, carbs, as you guys call it, is equal to 4 calories, okay? So, as you can see, fats are 2 times as much as protein and carbs, okay? What's up, Big Wolf? How are we? How we going, big man? I love your name as well, too. But yeah, fats are 2 times as much as protein and carbs. What does this mean? This also means that if you are consuming fats, you are more likely, it's easy for you to consume a lot of calories without actually knowing. Now, if your calories that you intake in your body, if you eat too much, you're going to put on more body fat, okay? Or you're going to put on more weight, right? Everyone knows that, okay? Now, if you eat lesser, you're probably going to lose weight. But how do we eat lesser but feel satisfied and full and feel content, and also eat the foods that we want to eat, like, a chocolate or ice cream, because we all have issues, Some people have food addiction issues. Some people just want to live a normal lifestyle, not be restricted, okay? Thanks, Big Wolf. Appreciate you. So this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the balance and the lifestyle approach, because this is very, very important when it comes to losing body fat. Okay, getting shredded and keeping that long term is a lifestyle. It's not just, sitting there living a boring lifestyle, eating chicken and broccoli 24/7. I mean, you can do that for a couple, people have done it for years, okay, and just sat there going super strict with their diets. But they also live a very miserable life. Most people, unless you actually enjoy that lifestyle, okay? Some people enjoy weird shit, but I'm not one of those. Anyway, it's different when you compete, and that's understandable. But how do I live a sustainable lifestyle where I can eat the foods that I want to eat and lose body fat, walk around with my six-pack that I've always wanted, okay? It's all about balance, okay? And this is more important than the actual meal plan itself, okay? A lot of people are like, oh, what meal plan should I be on? Even so, what supplement should I have? I'm sponsored by a supplement company myself, but whenever someone asks me, how do I get leaner or how do I get bigger, I said, have you looked at your food? Have you looked at your nutrition? And then after we've got a nice structured nutrition plan, I'm a personal trainer and a coach at the same time too, guys. So if you do need any help, the link is in the description or on my page. You can check me out and I can help you with actual strategize. But what I always say to people is, when you ask me, look, I need to get lean, I don't say, look, go get the supplement, and I'm a sponsored athlete, okay? I tell you, go get your nutrition in check first, and then in your nutrition plan, we're gonna have a supplement list. And with our supplement list, most of our supplements are more health supplements, okay? And then I don't go up with BS supplements. You know, it's all about actual supplements that work and have been tested, and the research is all out there. But even so, I don't prioritize supplementation. That's why I'm trying to tell you guys, your food is always number one. Okay, so I'll always be real with you guys. I'll never BS you guys. I'll tell you how it is and show you exactly how it is, because I want to help you guys grow and enjoy your life too. So that's what it's about. Thanks for liking that. I appreciate you guys as well too. So back on track. You need a plan that is sustainable for you, okay? I've had clients lose 15, 20 kilos. They've been eating chocolate and ice cream every day, okay? I had one client lose 15 kilos in a month, and he was eating chocolate and ice cream every day, okay? So I'm saying to you, it's not something that cannot be done. You know, when I say to you, you say you want to drop weight, doesn't necessarily mean you have to drop all the bad foods, okay? It's all about balance, all about planning, okay? Now, I talked about your calories before. I talked about your macronutrients before. So what exactly are these macronutrients? We've got our proteins, our carbs and fats. Knowing how to manage these things is quite important when it comes to, you know, you're losing body fat and keeping muscle as well. So while we're here in the chat, I want you guys to be a little bit interactive with me. If you can, type a little bit fast as well too. Let me know. Does anyone know the macronutrients responsible for recovery? I want this to kind of be like a masterclass. So I want to help you guys as much as possible. I want to see how much knowledge you guys have. If not, I'll just answer the questions myself, because it's not like my peak time at the moment, so I don't have many people on, but I want to help you guys as much as possible too. So what macronutrient is responsible for recovery? What's your main one? So if you want to build muscle, okay, what you have, protein, carbs, or fats? Which one is the main one responsible for building muscle? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say protein is your main one. Okay, which one macronutrients, okay, is responsible for energy? Like, you need energy. Okay, which one? What does your body need more of for energy? Yes, protein. So protein is good for the recovery. So you got that one right. Deluxe, thanks for answering that. And for energy, what about energy? Which macronutrients? All of these macronutrients have their role they play. And that's why I want to help you guys as much as possible. Carbs, yes, you're on point. Okay, which macronutrient is responsible for your hormones? So this one should be pretty easy. Regulation of your hormones, cushioning of your organs as well, because they all have their role they play as well. I'm very curious to see how your knowledge is, guys, and I want to help you guys as much as possible. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and answer this one. This is fats. Fats is usually responsible. Lipids and fats. Beautiful. Very smart man or woman. I'm not exactly sure. But yes. But yeah, that's what. No. You're actually on point. So this is where it's very important. Now, how do we manage our carbs, our protein, and fats? Okay, I'm going to teach you guys something very cool here. Okay, now, I told you before, fats have 2 times as much in calories per gram, okay, as protein and carbs, right? So people sitting there saying, look, I'm going to go on the keto diet. Don't get me wrong, I got nothing against keto. I love keto as well if it's used right, okay? I'm going to eat high fats, low carbs. Low carbs diets are very effective. Do you know why they're very effective, guys, for low carb diets? And like I said, I don't BS you. They're effective because they're great to utilize your fats as a fuel source. So your body starts to use fats instead of carbs and convert these fats to carbohydrates for breakdown, okay, in your body, okay, so your body can use as energy. Now, when your body gets used to that, it can pull away more of the fat stores in your body more effectively because it's already used to digesting that, okay, and using that as energy. So that it makes it more efficient at using that. However, this is called ketosis, okay? However, ketosis takes time. So you go on the low carb diet, okay, and then you drop like 3 kilos or something the first week. I'm sorry to break this to you, but that's not all body fat. Most of it is usually water. Now, carbohydrates are polar to water. Polar meaning they stick to water. They grab hold of water and have it. So when you drop your carbohydrate, your water drops. And whenever your water is dropped, like right now, I look like I'm dehydrated. I look generally leaner. I am also the low body fat percentage, but if I'm dehydrated, I can lose body fat. Boxers, bodybuilders. Yes. So you also, that's a great question. Wouldn't your body feel lazy with less carbs? That's a great question, Deluxe or Deluxe. So what happens when you go into a low carb diet as well is you do feel like you have less energy because your body has to get used to being able to process fats as a fuel source. So this takes a while for your body to actually adjust to that. Okay, your body can break down protein, okay, and can break down fats and use that as a fuel source. However, it's not efficient at doing that. Generally, it's gonna have to break down the protein into carbohydrates or the fats into carbs, okay? For you to get that glycogen and energy to use, okay? So that's why when you go on a low carb diet, sometimes you start to feel tired and lousy and stuff like that, okay? All of these play such a big role in the body. So the diet I personally prefer for people that usually struggle and binge a lot and struggle to maintain a balanced lifestyle. Me personally, I prefer a higher carb diet and a lower fat diet, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Okay, a higher carb diet. I said to you that with a higher carb diet, you can basically I said to you guys that with a high carb diet, with carbs, with fats is 2 times as much in calories in per gram in protein. That means if you have 1 gram of protein, which is 4 calories, and you have 1 gram of fat, it's 9 calories, 2 times, which means you can eat 2 times as much in carbohydrates as you can in fats, okay, overall. So if I said, for instance, if I had, 50 grams of protein, okay, or I would only be able to have 20 grams of fat. So in quantity, okay, you can eat more protein or carbs than fats overall, okay? So let's take away the keeping muscle recovery aspect of things, and this is why I'm telling you why a high carb diet is effective. Now talk about why a keto diet can be effective and how it can be effective later, because some people do like a keto diet, the low fat. You got to find what works for you, and I talk about balance a lot. This is where it's very important. Okay, now what do you do? Okay, why would you choose a high carb diet and a low fat diet? Okay, now the reason why I choose a low fat diet in this instance is I can eat 2 times the amount. I can eat so much more. Okay, that's one reason, number one. Okay, so people that really eat a lot, a high carb diet can be very important, amazing for you as well. You can also have lots of fibers. You can also have the sweet things that you guys absolutely love as well too. And we'll talk about sugars also in a whole new live stream, and how to manage your sugars and how to control your blood glucose levels and the roles it plays when it comes to losing body fat. Okay, when to have it, all of that. There's a lot I can share with you, but there's only so much time that I have too. So when it comes to a high carb approach, what you will be doing as well too, another reason why it is so advantageous is that carbohydrates have a high thermic effect of food. Now what this generally means is when you eat carbohydrates, sometimes when you don't use it all, okay, your body burns off the excess part of it as body heat. Okay, so this body heat, this excess carbohydrate sometimes burns off as body heat. So sometimes you can go slightly over your carbs on high carb diet and you still be fine, and you still come in leaner, you still come in shredded, you still have those veins popping as well too. So these are some of the things that also can be effective. It can make your skin tighter, it can make you look muscles fuller, because what happens as well too with a high carb diet sometimes as well is sometimes you might look a bit fuller, you might hold a bit more water. However, for instance, the muscles also get filled with glycogen. So in these muscles, they need glycogen to be full. That's your energy, okay? And then they look fuller, and when it looks fuller, guess what happens? Your skin looks tighter, your veins pop out more. So that's probably why sometimes you also see a little bit more veins, and also sometimes if you drink a little bit less water as well, so you feel dehydrated, so your vascularity might pop out a little bit. So there's the advantages of a high carb diet. Another thing about high carb diet is your protein levels are generally high on the high carb diet, And also protein it's also the highest in when it comes to thermic effect of foods, which I talked about, which means excess body fat being burnt off as body heat. Protein is actually one of the highest as well too. So excess protein is going to be burnt off as body heat too. So which also means you can go up slightly higher in your protein levels as well. So this is me just explaining why a high carb diet is effective. Now I'd love to go through this a little bit more, and I'd love to know your thoughts as well too. So let me know in the comments below as well too if you guys have any questions, because I want to help you guys as much as possible. So let me know in the comments below. If you just joined the live stream, don't forget to give this a thumbs up as well. I want to help you guys as much as possible. I want to help you get those abs, those summer abs as well, build a great physique as well, and basically make the most of your potential. Does sweets include in a high carb diet? Yes. So sweets are actually allowed in a high carb diet. Now, the thing is also what happens is you've got blood glucose levels, okay? Now, which basically means the amount of sugar in your blood is something that you want to also control, okay? So that's where sweets come and play a role in there. Now, if your sugars are too high in your blood, you have high blood sugar, you kind of want to avoid that. The reason for that is now there's when you have high blood sugar, which means your body is not able to produce enough insulin. Now, insulin is very important hormone in your body. What that does is insulin, one, promotes recovery, two, also pushes the glycogen into the muscles so your body can use it, so you feel good, you feel stronger. So what you want to do is you want to control these sugar, because what happens if you have too much at once and your blood sugar levels are too high, okay, and the sweets, hi Josephine, and you have too much of these sweets in your bloodstream, what's going to happen is your body is not going to be able to work as effectively, okay? So how do you control your blood sugar levels, okay? Now, when you train or you've done physical activities, okay, this is straight after your training is the best time to have your sweets, because what happens is your body's insulin levels is very sensitive. So when you have these sweets, it pushes it all straight to your muscles, and then your insulin level goes up and it pushes it straight to your muscles. And then when it promotes your recovery, acts as a transport, so you can recover faster, which is good for muscle building. And also another thing that does is it's also good for fat loss. And it also clears the blood of sugars. So the sugars don't stay in the blood. So with a high carb diet, it is very important to also be quite active. I'll recommend about 10K steps per day as well too, because this is just going to keep you nice and active while you do it. Now, having sweets is probably not going to be ideal before bedtime, because you are going to be very sleepy and tired, and you're not going to be as active, you're not going to be moving, and the sugar is just going to sit in the blood. So when you have sweets, it's important to know when to have them, so the sugar doesn't just sit in your blood and you don't get high blood sugar, because you still want to avoid that even with a diet. Another way as well you can do this is you can also have some fibers, some high fibers when you have your sweets as well, because what they do is they slow down the absorption of sugars into your bloodstream. So soluble fibers are great for that. They actually slow down your absorption of sugar, so then it's also going to reduce your blood sugar levels. Another thing is also incorporating apple cider vinegar. This helps balance out your blood sugar level so it's not too high, because when it comes to sweets, that's the only thing you want to avoid. Does anyone have any more questions as well too? Like, I want you guys to understand this and understand what a high carb diet. I'm going to talk about keto diet in another live stream. If you guys want me to talk about different types of diets and different foods, different recipes, all that kind of stuff, I got you. But I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your opinions. I want to know how you guys are going. If you guys are having a good day so far. What's new? Yeah, and thanks for joining the live stream as well. Don't forget to hit that like button. Okay, so dialogues. Really, I never knew high blood sugar affects bodybuilding. With any sugar work or it's healthy, fruit, sugar type of things, fruit. Okay, fruits are awesome. Okay, so the reason why fruits are good is because of the fibers in there. So I was actually talking about how you can add fibers into some of your foods, like your sugars, to slow down the absorption. A lot of fruits have fibers in there which will help slow down the absorptions. That's why sometimes they're like instead of having like refined sugar, have more fruits instead. The reason is because of the fibers in there. So when if you have fruit juice, it's just as bad as and I guess sometimes the fruit juices even sometimes have some nutrients in there that can also help. However, you're better off actually having more fibers as well too, because then they'll slow down the absorption of the sugar, so your blood sugar levels don't go too high. Okay, your body releases insulin, okay, which is fine, so it'll help push the sugar into your muscles. Okay, however, if your body can't release enough insulin enough, then you're gonna get high blood sugar, and that does affect your bodybuilding quite a bit, or your training in general, or weight loss. I've missed most of the live, so I don't know what's going on. I just had carbs and felt sweet potato. Sweet potato is a good form of carb. So this was just, we did some abs before, and we've opened it up to a Q&A. I'm talking about high carb diets and how a high carb diet can be efficient for you, because you often hear, and a lot of my clients are usually on a high carb diets. If you guys have any specific goals as well, like I said, hit me up on my Instagram at kwameduah, or even email me. I want to help you guys as much as possible too, okay? But I'm talking about sweet potato is actually one of my favorite carbohydrates, and I'll tell you why in a moment. So sweet potato is a low GI and high GI. So when it comes to carbohydrates, I'm going a little bit in depth with carbohydrates. We have low GI and high GI. Our high GI carbohydrates, okay, are basically your sugars and stuff like that, okay? Low GI is basically like ones that usually have a bit more fibers in there, and they're slower released with their sugars, so your blood glucose levels don't get high too quickly. So this is where when you guys want to look at your blood glucose level control, this is where that becomes important, if that makes any sort of sense to you. So having lower GI carbohydrates are probably more efficient for you, especially when you're trying to control your blood sugar levels, when you're having weight loss, and when you're on a meal plan. Sweet potato is amazing because it also controls, it's got very good amounts of potassium as well to control your electrolytes. It's got some low GI carbohydrates, and also has some high GI because of the sugars in there that caramelize in there. So it's got a mix of both. So I love sweet potato, and it's also pretty decent calories too per gram. So sweet potato is actually a great example of good carbohydrates that you can have. Like I said, there's no reason for you to cut out lollies from your diet. I actually don't see anything wrong with it. It's just the time that you have it. I just wouldn't have lollies before I go to bed. I mean, it's bad for your teeth as it is, but don't have lollies unless you're going to be active. So let's say I was going out for a walk or something like that. I was going to be quite active. That's fine. I can have some lollies with me. You know, as long as because it's just refined sugar and there's no sort of like fibers and stuff like that to slow down the absorption, then I need to make sure that those sugars are not getting stuck in my blood, because that's going to affect me. Dialogue says, I'll be getting to fitness after the next year, February. From now, I have stuff to get in order in my life. Your advices help a lot in the future to me. Nah, thanks so much. I'm glad I can help you as well. And look, my personal advice to you even now, I know you got a lot going on in your life, is you don't have to go hard with fitness to start, okay? Even if it's something that's similar, set yourself a goal of like, you know, I'm going to go for a 10-minute walk outside a day, okay? If you have a treadmill at home, or I'm going to do 100 squats a day. Something very simple, 20 squats a day. I know it sounds so low, but these things just help you, okay? In that generalized way. And if you need any direct advice, help, I write out meal plans and I do check-ins weekly. So my clients will send them photos weekly. I check on you, see how you go, and make sure we're progressing. Hit me up, guys. Send me a message on Instagram at kwameduah, or my TikTok and Instagram both have the blue check mark, so you'll be able to find me quite easy. But if you have any direct questions that you don't want to post on here, send it to me on Instagram, or email me. I've got my email as well too in my bio, guys. I help you guys as much as possible, but like I said, take it nice and slow. I'm glad I'm able to help you guys and give you a good starter to even your fitness journey. And I hope you can take this on board. And just my advice is, fitness is, look, going hard into fitness, you know, getting pumping out some big weights and stuff like that, or, you know, playing some sports and going very serious into it, it's a whole different level to, you know, getting started. I think the most important thing now is just getting started on very little things. And then while you're getting your life in order, I personally found, and this might not be for you as well, is like some of the smallest things, like going for a nice little walk and stuff. You know, when I'm doing those things, my thoughts are the clearest. It's helped me a lot at low times in my life, and when I felt the best, you know. So fitness has played a huge role. It's helped me get through depression. It's helped me get through a lot. Because the blood is flowing, your body is feeling good, your gut feels good, even just going for a nice little walk, and cardio. And they say your gut is your second brain, okay? Now, just quickly, when it comes to mood, okay? Serotonin, I'm sure most of you have heard of serotonin. I don't know if you guys all know about serotonin, the happy hormone, okay? Dopamine as well too. All of these are also released from fitness too. Serotonin also basically is 80% of serotonin is found in your gut, okay? And the neurotransmitter that actually transmits into your brain called GABA, that's actually needed for you to feel happy and excited, okay, is all from serotonin, which is in your gut. So if your gut health isn't good, you're most likely going to be sad. Most of the time, and guys, now that I've said this, you can actually relate this. Most of the time your gut doesn't feel good, you're gonna actually feel tired or sluggish and weak, or so your gut is your second brain for a reason. They actually call it that. It does make you, it can make or change it. So that's a little bit of advice I'm leaving for you guys. I just want to say a big thank you again for joining me. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, thanks for joining me. And I hope you guys will join me the whole way for this full lab challenge. And hope you guys have a lovely day. It's good to catch you guys on live. And stay tuned for more. Your boy is out. Peace.